And congratulations. Have fun. All right, we're going to send it back to you inside.
Absolutely wonderful stuff. It is the big kickoff today, and it is the biggest celebration of its kind in North America. And the forecast, as we look at Kitchener, well, there's quite a warm-up coming on Tuesday and some heavy rain at times on Wednesday. The forecast for the weekend, very pleasant. Lots of sunshine for all the outdoor activities and for getting around. Some chilly morning lows, 0, -1. 6 is the warm-up for Monday. Yes, there's a high probability of some rain, light rain, gray conditions. That'll be mainly in the morning, and then we'll just have a few scattered showers in the afternoon. And then this big warm up. You see the warm front comes in first, and then the warmer air. Not heavy rain in the morning. That's the good news. I know for parade organizers and people taking part, and I hope you come out. I'll be there as one of the judges of the floats. It'll be a great time, but unfortunately we will have to deal with, and we can deal with, a few showers. Trough in the jet stream, big upper level low. That's been keeping us cool and unsettled all week long. Temperatures tonight, I'll just step out of the way here so you can see 0s for Kitchener and then 3s, Toronto, Newmarket, Barrie. Saturday afternoon forecast, Sunday morning, this is a different thing. So this is when we have the high probability over a widespread area of a killing frost. So that's for gardeners to take note. If you've got fruits and vegetables, probably not so much fruits in the garden right now, but perennials, annuals, anything that you wanted to salvage, cut flowers that you wanted to bring indoors, and of course garden hoses and water shut off. You'll want to take care of that. Once we get to 0, yeah, the water can freeze, and then you've got a bit of a problem. There's Sunday, the sunshine, and Thanksgiving Monday. Don't forget, we'll have a closer look. And a chilly start and a chilly finish to a Friday. But it is the long holiday weekend, and it's great to see you. There are events going on, well, all across southern Ontario. There's an apple festival up in Thornbury and Collingwood, all kinds of stuff. Agricultural fairs in Erin and Woodbridge Fairgrounds, to name just 2. This evening, if you're headed out, well, you know what to do at this time of year. Watch the forecast closely, and then you'll know how many layers to put on. Fall jacket or fall jacket with sweater underneath. Cool temperatures, certainly that big contrast. Northern Ontario has had several rounds of snow this week. A little heavy at times, and then just light kind of nuisance snow. We even had some flurries. Just a little bit of wet snow overnight a couple nights ago at Algonquin Park. Heading down to your local park, yep, you know, again, what to do with temperatures that are just above 0. A little bit of a wind making it feel slightly below. Westerly winds with a slight northwest tilt have brought more lake effect showers today. The Kawarthas and Barrie Aurelia. Not a drenching rain, though. And there's a look at a beautiful Saturday for Barrie. And for Sunday, a little warmer, 12 degrees. Don't be fooled. It will be a very cold start. Sunday morning lows, and we'll get to your Monday forecast for Thanksgiving in just a second. There they are. So that's going to be a widespread likelihood of frost, killing frost. So if you're a gardener, if you just planted something, you might be thinking, oh yeah, I've got to keep watering it regularly. Maybe you've put in a new line of fir trees or a new shrub or 2. I've certainly done that myself recently. With temperatures getting down to 0 in your area, you'll want to consider taking in the hose and shutting off the water access to outside, because you don't want any water in that hose connection to tap connection to freeze. What a contrast. We go from extremely chilly conditions Sunday morning to Tuesday afternoon highs in the mid-20s, but feeling close to 30. There's the upside, another blast of summer, and most of us are quite happy to take that. We've got some active weather in Western Canada, very heavy rain at times for BC this weekend, especially Monday. And we've got a brisker air mass moving into the prairies. If you're headed there, you can check online at theweathernetwork.com, get some of the latest weather news stories from around the world, and also find out the Calgary forecast or the Cavendish PEI forecast. We're a little cool, high pressure. The jet stream's going up. That's our cloud cover and showers early Monday morning, and then the warm sector, and then the heavy rain later on Tuesday. So it's one big low. It brings us showers early morning. I don't think it's going to dampen these spirits here. And again, we're going to get the big warm up on Tuesday. And the parade on Tuesday in Kitchener-Waterloo. Well, coming up, we're going to take a look at your local forecast. But there's the outlook, the big warm up there, too. Just want to take a look at what's going on across the GTA. We've had a look at Force of Nature, which brings you up to date on conditions around the world. And trust me, they are very dramatic right now in parts of the Pacific, tracking that typhoon that on Saturday could cross the island of Okinawa. That's coming up. We'll talk more about it in Force of Nature right after your local forecast in detail. What's going on this evening? Temperatures anywhere from about 5, 6 to about 9 degrees. So that's a cool night shaping up. Temperatures drop near to zero. Kitchener, Waterloo, there's lots of warming going on there. Warming opportunities, I'll put it this way, with the biggest Bavarian festival in North America. It's Oktoberfest, and it's underway officially as of today. And I'll be there on Sunday, Monday. Hope to bump into you at some point. Don't forget the parade, the big parades on Monday morning. Autumnal is how it'll feel on Saturday, and Sunday it will feel very frosty in the morning. Our coldest morning for the GTA since last spring. So gardeners take note. If you've got a garden hose outside, homeowners take note. You'll probably want to check your local forecast, make sure that zero is still in your forecast, and if so, turn the water off and bring that hose in. Increasing clouds in the evening. We will see some scattered showers in the morning. The risk of showers during the day, but mainly it's a morning event as that warm front moves through. Behind it, it gets breezy and milder. Here's another way of looking at it. Quite a large low south of the border. Gathering strength, bringing us those clouds, few showers. Monday, Tuesday is even warmer. And notice we're in a fairly dry sector, what we call the warm sector of a low pressure system. The cold front's well to the south, the warm front's headed to our north. Cloud cover will be on the increase, but so will our temperatures, and we'll get some wet weather on Tuesday. What do I mean by that? Well, there's Monday, 19 feeling like 23, 80% chance of light showers early in the day, then drier for the remainder of Thanksgiving Monday. Better travel weather. But look at Tuesday, 23, feeling like 29. Yes, another little blast of summer. A continued blast of summer. It looks like when you take a look at Vancouver. And Vancouver's normally in the mid-teens at this time of year. But it was warm enough for beach volleyball, shorts and tank tops, and I'm sure there was somebody swimming as well. 18 degrees in Vancouver on Thursday. Unfortunately for Vancouver, it's a big wet weekend coming. Agassiz, South Coast, Lower Mainland, the national hotspot yesterday. Winnipeg was cold. What about us? How do we fare vis-a-vis the rest of the country? Well, as the west cools down, we warm up. We talked about that. 19 Monday looks pretty good. The Long Ranger? Well, let's plunge into a bit more detail after your local forecast. As a traveler, I'm intrigued. As a viewer, I hope you're intrigued. Taking a fascinating trip to a corner of the world that you would likely, most of us, not ever see. Often say that the monsoon seasons are life-giving in India. We talk about monsoons and the rivers and so on, and how devastating flooding can be. But in certain parts of the world, it really is the lifeblood, allowing for irrigation, crops, subsistence farming, and so on. Very interesting story. Lots of scientific angles. The science on our forecast overnight tonight: 3, Barrie 3. Notice low probability of precipitation. The wind's finally easing up. The lake effect streamers coming to an end. The sunshine returns to Georgian Bay and Muskoka. Some of you have had some sunshine. Others have had some nuisance showers on and off all week with these gusty westerly winds. Hamilton, Toronto, Oshawa, Barrie. Daytime highs, sky cover represented by one little icon. That, of course, could mean heavy rain or it could mean light showers. And notice how it's in everyone's forecast, including Kitchener, Waterloo. I need to tell you about some exciting temperatures, but before we get to that, Monday morning, showers. Kitchener, Waterloo, the parade, the Oktoberfest parade. Yes, I'll be there, and so will many of you, I hope. But light showers in the morning. That's what that icon means. We'll get some heavy rain, but not until late Tuesday. So there's Saturday. There's Sunday morning. Look at those temperatures. Saturday morning and Sunday morning. Just above zero, just below zero, or at zero. So frost, widespread, certainly very likely. And then temperatures, more on them. How about a humidex near 30 and temperatures in the mid-20s come Tuesday? Wonderful stuff. Great storytelling. A quick trip. 60 seconds is all it takes. Now I've got a couple of minutes to ease you into the weekend, talk about the weather. Yes, we do have a little rain. You did hear correctly. We've also got some frost, and we also have some humidex values near 30. All of these things will transpire within a 3-day period. The question is when. So let me get to that, and we'll have more weather news from across the country and around the world coming up. Well, we know it's been a little cool and a little unsettled this week. Look at the wind arrows coming out of the northwest. I know this says dry start to the Thanksgiving weekend, and really, it will be. Hasn't been a bad day for most of southern Ontario. We have had a few showers up towards Lake Simcoe and a few around Muskoka. There are lake effect showers, just a few, still possible for tomorrow, but largely our Saturday story is one of high pressure. High pressure moves in, stable conditions, light winds. So Saturday, 13 degrees. That's close to normal for this time of year. It should be around 14, 15 degrees. So that's what we would consider near enough to the average to be considered seasonal or average. So that's Saturday. That's Sunday. Sunday's a little colder for a daytime high. Notice the probability of precipitation goes down. So that's, again, the influence of high pressure. The other big part of this story is how cold it's going to be to start the day. There's a big ridge in the jet stream as it goes up. Notice the wind indication here. More isobars, big thermal or temperature, big pressure gradient. I'll get the gradient right in just a second. Sometimes there will be a temperature gradient too, but that's a wind gradient here, or an indication of wind, the pressure gradient between high and low pressure. So our winds will start to pick up again as we go into Monday, but it will be a warm wind this time rather than a cold wind. And speaking of the cold, not Thanksgiving, but Sunday morning, check your local forecast. Check frequently because a widespread risk of frost is in place, including the GTA. Morning showers for Thanksgiving and then some heavier rain for late Tuesday, Sunday morning lows. That's our picture right now. And our forecast indications for Humidex values near 30 once we get to Tuesday. Coming up on Force of Nature, the latest Typhoon Vong Fong as it heads towards the Japanese island of Okinawa. All of that ahead.